Finally got Silksong, and with it, we got 30 new areas. However, some of them are subpar at best. Some of them are worse, looking at you, BioWater. So putting them on a list is like the most reasonable thing to do because like why not? So we got this funny little tier list that I'm gonna slowly reveal because why not?
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet, pina sans
So for number 30, of course, we got the best area in Silksong. I loved going through here. I hated every second of it. If this was not Silksong, it would be Doom Eternal because it's hell on earth. Bro, it was so bad. There were absolutely no benches. None of them benches at all. Plus, the enemies were super annoying. So, like, and also there's not much good stuff here. Why would you even come here?
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Sinner's Road is not better than Bilewater in the sense that it has actually good map design. It's just like better place. It's smaller, it has less annoying enemies, and the Green Prince is here, and I love the Green Prince.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Weave Nest ALTA is not bad in the sense that like actually bad map design. There's just not much here. I mean, got Eva, but other than that, literally nothing. Has Weave Light, but that doesn't count.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Now, Wormways is not bad the way BioWater Center's Road is. However, it kind of shares the same problem with Weed Nest that it's so out of the way and small that you don't really get to be there much of the game. However, there are a couple of useful things there. That Lifeblood tool is pretty cool. We got the Weave Nest. That's really cool. And also, it's just cool when the Lifeblood takes over. Amazing. Cool environmental storytelling. It's just so late in the game when you actually get to that point. I guess you could say Wander's Crest here is here, but like that's pretty much a Mosgrado, so it doesn't really count.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Now, might be seeing a slight trend because Sinner's Road is here because it's small, out of the way, and too late game. There's also another reason because it has nothing useful here. It has a spool fragment, a mask shard. That's it. But why is it higher than Biowater, which has a couple of useful things, and Sinner's Road, who has the Green Prince? The reason is because of the vibe. The vibe actually slaps. I love the vibe of a cult that dedicated to fire. It reminds me of like Spider-Man 2, the Father of Flame cult, but it's just done so well. I just wish it was more in the game and had some relation to another boss, like specifically like the fourth chorus. I feel like that would have been a better storytelling.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet, pina sans manise.
Oh, the mist. Yeah, I already beat it, so I don't really have any footage of the mist. I like the lore behind it with Phantom and everything. I just don't like the area. I mean, I like the vibe of it a little bit. I just don't think it's fun, and it's only to get from one place to another. That's really all it is. Plus, the enemies there are annoying, and puzzle was really hard to solve. It was just not that fun. But vibe, the vibe is what's keeping it up. I like vibes.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Right. Controversial opinion, but Greymore is super bad. Okay, it's not D tier what level, but it's bad. The reason, the fleas, those are annoying. It connects to two of the worst areas in the entire game. Not Bellheart though, I love Bellheart. Then we have no major abilities being here, annoying balloon parkour, and that freaking guy with the pokey fork. It was not fun. None of it was fun. I didn't like it. But again, vibe trumps all, and I love the rainy vibe. I love it. I love it so much that like it would have been D tier, bottom of D tier, if it was not for the area design. I love it.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Alright, kids, are we learning the vocabulary today? Vibe. That is the reason why it's up here. There's not much going on for this area. I guess it's an entrance to Petrified Docks, but I don't like that vibe either. Okay, I love the vibe, but I don't like it. But the vibe of a museum with all of Farloon's treasures and lost kingdoms is incredible. Chef's kiss. Smooch to the cheek. I love it. Even though it has nothing there besides like a mask shard and a good charm. Also, the god summoning thing. Yeah, you know which one.
Faridula Simanet, Doni Puana Volinet.
The reason Grand Gate is up this high is because I love the lore of the pilgrims. It's kind of like the end to their journey to the Citadel, and it's just amazing. Also, I like the Nihilith boss fight. I love that. Technically, that's in Shellwood, but the entrance is in Grand Gate. Other than that, nothing much going for it, though.
Faridula Simanet, Doni Puana Volinet.
So, with the slab, I really like. I really like the vibe of a prison. I like the lore implications with with the maggots being guards and having to, spend eternity there with the pilgrims as much as pilgrims are subject to torture, so are the maggots. I really like the idea of death being the thing that absolves you of your sins in the lore. And I really like the key puzzle. That's pretty cool. I also like the way you get there. Get kidnapped. That's cool. That's funny. I think it's really funny to just get kidnapped and just absolutely break that guy's neck.
Faridula Simanet, Doni Puana Volinet.
This place is just better than Biowater in every way. Like the vibe of like a swamp is done better here. I like the enemies a lot more because they're not annoying and not trying to last big E. I like the boss. There is no boss. That's what I like about it. And I really like Fleetopia and the Fleet Fest. That was really fun. And also the fact that the Bell Beast is here is an extra plus because I love the Bell Beast and it's convenient.
Faridula Simanet, Doni Puana Volinet.
Alright, so I actually really like Last Steps, but there's one reason why it's here. The run back for the last judge was the most annoying thing ever. By the way, I played this when those like gnome snake guys did like double damage. So like it was bad. It was so bad. I don't know how to describe it. But other than that, I think this is a great area. Besides the run back, it would have been like A tier, but the run back was so bad and so traumatizing that I'm putting it down here. But you can also find the dice here, which is a huge plus.
Faridula Simanet, Doni Puana Volinet.
Okay, I'm in Act 3, so I'm too lazy to go around and actually get up to the cradle. But I really do like it. I did like Act 2 version of it, and I've been up there before, but I'm too busy to go now. But it was incredible. It was so good. I really, really loved the Grandmother Silk vibe and prison cells and all that stuff. All the lore around it, and the boss fight was absolutely peak.
Faridula Simanet, Doni Puana Volinet.
Which one was High Halls again? Oh yeah, it's that annoying place with the gauntlet. But it is the Citadel, so it gets some points for that. Looks really cool. I liked the enemies in there, or when it was there. The High Halls gauntlet was annoying, but it was fun. I had fun. It was part of the conductor. It's where you got the conductor's thing, I think. But other than that, not much to say. It's just worse Citadel, but the Citadel is already good, so this is already good.
Faridula Simanet, Doni Puana Volinet.
Okay, Mount Faye. I love the vibe of this place. It was so cool. And seeing in the trailer was actually amazing. I thought that Christmas had come early because it kind of did. This is literally a snowy region. But I just I just don't think there was much to do there. There's like a mask shard, there's the wings, but other than that, there's not much. There's just not a great amount. I think there was so much potential with this area, but there's just not much to do there. However, the vibe is peak. I love it. I had so much fun with the vibe and the parkour and the robot thing. That spinny one, the one that looks like that thing from The Incredibles, and just everything. I love Mount Faye.
Faridula Simanet, Doni Puana Volinet.
So there's a little bit of conundrum here. I don't really like Whispering Falls. I think it's a little annoying, and I also don't like the area more than High Halls, or especially not Mount Faye. I love Mount Faye. But there was one thing that is keeping this thing alive. Trobio. I love Trobio. He is literally my favorite boss in the entire game. Tormented Trobio is even better. I love Trobio so much. And he's part of this area. He's the entrance to it. I couldn't do anything else. I'm sorry. He has me hostage. Please send help.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Okay, so the marrow. I have a love-hate relationship with the marrow. The only reason it's this low is because it's deep dogs, but worse. It's just dead. And I love that they tried to go with that. I really do. And I feel like it's an amazing addition to the game. And it wouldn't work, and like nothing else would work without it. But still, it doesn't mean I have to like it. I don't like the vibe is just it's creepy, but I know that's what it meant to be. But that doesn't mean I have to like it. Okay. But I wish there was a boss here, and I wish the lava was like mainly for me. That's pretty much my only wish. But it's so good that it's just in B tier. I can't really put it anywhere else without it being a crime.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
So White Ward has the same horror vibe as Marrow, just like dead everywhere. But I think it does it better because it has more like lore with Farloom, and I just find the music a lot more creepy. That just seems the Marrow just seems dead, while White Ward just sounds like a horn. Plus the enemies there and the Sharma quest just reinforce that. I love the dead coming to life thing. I love everything about White Ward. It's just small, and there's not much to get here. Pretty much the only downside.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Alright, so the lore and the vibe of the Underworks is amazing. But the gameplay is mid. But I want to talk more about the lore. The lore is so good. I love that one guy who walks on the treadmill. I forget his name, but I love him. I love the fact that they just embody just a horrible society in this one area. Like they give so much lore and detail about that society that the grandmother of Silk made just into this one area. And I feel like it's so well done. I just find it a little annoying to walk around with a bunch of people throwing bombs at you. But other than that, everything's amazing.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
I don't really have to say much here. Bellheart is just big. I really like it. I really like the vibe of bells and like the silk part of the song. I really like the cutscene that you go in. I like the mystery. I like the widow fight. That's really cool. I just like everything about this place. There's no downside.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Okay, so Sans and Carrot are here for one reason. The Crust King Kong fight. And I've already done it, so I don't have any footage of it. But it is so cool. I love the choral vibe. It is so much fun to see Crust King Kong just throw coral at you while you're screaming in agony and trying to dodge all of it. It's just fun. I also like the lore behind a tribe that got wiped out by the Citadel. Also, even then, the coral vibe is still cool, even with all the dead sand around. Love the place. And I feel like this should be a required area, not just for Act 3, but for Act 2.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
The Chiralk Chambers is the biggest area in the game, with some of the most lore, and it is amazing. I think they did it really well, especially with it transitions into four major areas, and I think all of those major areas are transitioned to really well. I don't have any problem with it. I literally don't. It's just a little bit, how do I say this? It's a little bit repetitive. You just see the same colors over and over and over again, which can be good, but not in this sense. But other than that, it's a perfect area.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
I'm gonna spend a long time talking about Florida because I love this area so it is just what I wanted. Silksong. It is just so cool to see the ant tribe and just the ant queen in that dream section, which I just imagine how it looked like back in the day, like back when Farland hadn't taken over. No, the Citadel hadn't taken over Farland. It would have been so cool to see that like expanded as a DLC. And I love the ant tribe as a whole, and this is pretty much one of their main areas. I love it. Plus, the full fourth quest fight is just amazing. The whole Drifter's Cloak thing was something that we didn't see coming, but was amazing. The Seamstress area is amazing. I can't find anything wrong with it. I can't. This should be an S tier, but there are just better areas. I don't know how Silksong has had me glazing my eighth favorite area. Like, this sounds like somebody who would talk about their favorite area, but this is not my favorite area. Crazy.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
I love Creature's March. I know this is controversial. I know it's super controversial, but the parkour was so much fun. I loved every second of that area, and I got sad when it was over. I loved Hunter's March, and I will fight. I will fight anyone who says that this is the worst area. Because I saw somebody rank this at like number 22, and I was like, that is not, no, that is not true. That is not true. The answer too cool for that. Everything is too cool. Uh, I'm not actually gonna fight you. Please don't hurt me.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Alright, so if it was not for the nostalgia bait, which this clearly is, I'm kidding. It's lore stuff, but if it wasn't for the nostalgia bait, this would be weird. But the vibe, oh my gosh, the vibe. I loved. Dark and gloomy. It just reminds me of Hollow Knight. That's what it reminds me of. And Hollow Knight got me into Metroidvanias and indie gaming as a whole. I thank it for that. I love the Abyss. I love the chair.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
So, show what is up here. Because, two things. The vibe, Sister Splinter. Sister Splinter is an amazing boss fight. One of my favorites. I think she was really well done, and I don't think the nerf was needed. I feel like people just need to get better. The vibe. It is my vibe-wise, this is one of my favorite areas in the entire game. This might be the best vibe area. I'm not even joking. I just love it so much. It is so cool. It is so cool. And I just, as you can tell, I love forests. Those are my favorite kinds. But without the forest, this would still be a cool vibe, like a swamp, but like a marsh, more like a marsh. I love that. And also the Nyland fight is cool. I just love everything about Shelburne.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Okay, so the Clockwork Core is here because specifically the music and the vibe. Parkour is pretty good, but it's annoying. The enemies, the annoying. The music is my favorite environmental music I have ever heard. And the vibe of Inside a Clock, mwah, chef's kiss. Literally my favorite. Not my favorite, but it's still amazing. This is what changed Silksong for me. This is really what made me see that this is the best game ever.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Ducks is one of the first areas you'll get to in this game. And I think it's like one of the best early game areas, specifically because the vibe and boss fights. I love Lace boss fight. Really good introduction to the game's mechanics and all that stuff. The vibe of a working like lava duct was something that I always liked. Like that place in Star Wars Battlefront 2? I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically a lava factory. And it is amazing. That was my favorite level of that game. And this just reminds me of that. I love Battlefront 2. So yeah, I just love it. And also Flintstone is the best charm in the game.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Moss Grotto is here because this is what Green Path and King's Pass should have been. A lush metropolis. That is what I think of when I see it. So like they picked the perfect mesh of color and enemies. Those were perfect too. The boss, everything is designed and handcrafted so perfect. The music with it as well, and like the fact that this is the introduction only. The amount of amazingness that is to come is just. It was incredible. It was the best, one of the best experiences that I've had gaming through Masquerade.
Faridula simanet, doni puana volinet.
Vibe and everything is so perfect here, but that's not even the reason why it's here. The reason is the lore. This place is a story. Two people, clover dancers, trying to save their kingdom. But despite all that, Harlem still falls. This part of Harlem still falls. Citadel wins. It's just there's not always a good end. And this area just proves that point flawlessly.